So I graduated high school and I went to college and ultimately completed 4 different degrees. But the crazy part about this is none of them actually relate to each other. They're just completely random different subjects. I chose them impulsively at the time. And so I do not want you to make that same mistake as an ADHD student. I want to tell you how to actually choose, find something you're actually interested in doing and not something that is just interesting for a couple of seconds or a couple of days. And a lot of times what it is something that you are already really interested in as you're going through junior high and high school. It's just something you love to do. And that may be the thing that you want to pursue that can be the perfect thing for you. But you don't want to get into a position to where you're doing something just to do something. It's not interesting, or you're going to school and pursuing something, you get into it and find out this is really boring, I'm not interested in it anymore, and that can be really demotivating, and that can stop you from actually pursuing and completing whatever you're trying to do. Now, if you can't figure out what the interesting thing you actually want to pursue is, then you want to do this. You want to brainstorm. You want to start thinking about all the things that you could possibly pursue that's interesting, and just start listing them out on a dry erase board or sheet of paper. Just write out everything that you think of, even actually thoughts that are just unrelated to actually the thing you want to pursue. Anything that you think of, write it out. And you're also trying to free up your working memory. You have more space or more memory to actually think of other things and then actually write those down. And you do this whole process until you get to the point to where you're like, okay, I am done with ideas of things that I think I want to pursue. And then you go through and choose like your top 10. And then once you choose your top 10, you start looking at them. And then you're like, okay, I really want to do these top 3 or top 5 things. But that's going to give you a good list of things that you can look at and review and say, these are the things that I really want to pursue. Now, these next things are the most common options. One is college. Is college right for you? Do you know what you want to pursue when you go to college? Do you have a general idea of even what kind of subject you want to study when you go to college? It's not the only option for whatever you want to do. Maybe you're not interested in anything that's offered at college and you want to go a different route, and that's okay. Are you ready to actually go to college as well? Because you are going to leave home and maybe be by yourself without anyone there to help you go through and tell you where to be on time and how to get your assignments done on time and help you with the assignments. Now, you might want to go to a college that has some accommodations and a good program that helps ADHD students as well. So that's also an option. So you need to go through and really look at it and say, is college the right option for me? Because it's not the only option. And take it from someone with first-hand experience. I went to college, I pursued a degree, I changed majors 3 times, I almost failed out, all because I don't think I was ready to go. Now, another option is to go to a trade school. For example, you are good at cooking and you want to learn more about cooking and where I do all the special things so that you can work in a restaurant one day. And so you go to a cooking school. You don't go to college to learn how to be a better cook. So you can do that instead of going to a regular college. And you have to decide what thing that you want to go to school for, what you want to learn in the trade school, and then pursue that. But you kind of have to know what you really want to pursue because you are going to school for a specific skill. For example, I went to an audio engineering school. I learned how to record people, make them sound good, make music sound good and everything. Now, a little secret. I didn't know that's what the school was for. I thought I was going to learn how to make beats at the school, okay? Because I sang and I thought that's what the school was for. I ended up being there halfway through the program, and then I found out that's what the school was for. And I was too late to unenroll for the program, so I finished it out. So don't make that mistake either, where you think it's one thing and then turns out to be another thing, and now you're just in this program and don't know what to do. Now, here's one of the most interesting careers you can have, but it's still very hard to do, and that is content creation, and specifically YouTube. If you want to be a YouTube content creator, you have to look at it that you're starting now and look at it as you want to keep doing this for 10 years down the road. So if you look at it and say, I don't really want to do that for that long, then it may not be the thing for you. But I think about it this way, it's just one of the most interesting things you can do. Now, you do have a lot of back-end stuff that you have to do for YouTube as well. You have to get used to actually making the thumbnails and actually setting up the videos and making sure your audio is good and things like that. So there is a lot of things to learn, and that keeps it very interesting. But it is a time commitment to actually get good at it and then actually keep making videos and then actually have it as a career. So if you want to do it, you have to be passionate about it, or you just have to start making some videos and see if you really like it. Because the thing about YouTube is that you don't have to invest money in it to get started. You can use your cell phone to get started. You don't have to have the best audio and things to get started. You can get started very easily. So you can start and see if it is for you. If it is, great. But if it's not, then you just at least know, hey, this is not something I want to do. I want to go do something else. Now, these next things are going to help you figure out, are you on the right track? One, do your research. Find out everything you can about the thing you're trying to pursue. The cost, do you have to move? What the location is like? Do you have to go to school for this thing? You know, everything you can about it. Go ahead, look it up. Make sure you write down things so that you don't have to remember everything about it. And then figure out through everything, is this right for you? You may find out it's not right for me at all. You don't like it. Or you may find out I love it even more now that I've done all the research. And so that way, once you have everything done, you can make the decision, this is right for me or this is wrong for me. And if you know it's wrong for you, then you know I got to find something else that is going to be right for me. And you go down this path through all the things you're thinking about pursuing until you find the one that you feel best about. Now, if you are finding this information helpful, subscribe for me, but most importantly, share this with someone that may need the information as well, so it can help them too. Now, you can do a job shadow or internship at a company that's doing the thing you want to pursue, and that way you get to see all that in real time, see the pitfalls and see all the things you like about it, and then truly decide, is this something that you want to pursue? Because you may at the end decide it's not for you, and that's okay too, but at least now you know after seeing everything and experiencing everything. Now, one of the other advantages of this is if you do like it, then you already have an in with the company as you've gone through and shadowed with them and did an internship with them. They really know you. So when you actually send your resume and looking for a job with them, then they will still remember you generally. So that's also a good part of this. Now, another thing is take your time. Do not rush and jump into a decision without fully thinking it through. Remember my story? I did that. Don't do that. Take your time, figure out exactly what you want to do and make sure it's the right thing for you. And then figure out, okay, how am I going to do this thing now that I know I want to do it? But just, it's okay if you want to actually go to college a little bit later and take some time still to figure out things and get more maybe guardrails in place or things in place that will help you at college. Really figure out all the accommodations you can get and everything, and then figure out, okay, how far do I want to be from home? Or just finding out, okay, where do I have to go and how long is it for me to do this trade school or learn this skill and everything? Is that something I really want to do? So take all those things into consideration and then find the one that you really want to pursue. Now, this is also very important. Discuss what you are trying to pursue and what your plan is with someone else, because that person can actually give you some feedback and help you decide, is this the right way to go? Is this the right thing that I want to do, or do I want to do something else? And they can help you see all the different pitfalls you might encounter as you're going through this process. And that can be very important because you don't want to start going one direction and figure out, okay, there's all these things that are going to come up that are in my way that I didn't think about, and now I don't really feel good about this decision. And so that friend can help you, or that person can help you to really kind of narrow it down, and then you can make the best decision for you. But you want to get a second opinion. You might even want to get a third opinion and talk to a third person as well. And then you get all that information, and now you have everything you need to know that you are going in the right direction with the right thing. Now, this is not the only video I have on this. I also have a video, if you are going to college, this is a video about how to prepare when you have ADHD to actually attend college. And you should watch that video if you're thinking about going to school. It'll pop up on your screen. Go ahead and click it.